So now you've decided to click through and see a close-up version, maybe even a little slower, of how we cut up the chicken. If you want to see the longer version, you're certainly welcome to do that too. There's another link that you can click on to make that happen, and it tells a little bit more about how to choose a bird and all those. So first thing you want to do is look through, get whatever's inside. Sometimes they're in a bag, sometimes they're not. So, and I would love to tell you that all the things are the same every time, but they're not. So we've got a neck we're going to keep. Here's another part of a neck with some skin. We're going to get rid of this skin because this neck is going to be good for our stock. And then we also have a gizzard. Now livers are not good for stock, but they are good to saute. And then we'll also have a heart, and so we'll get those aside. Then we're going to take a look inside and make sure there's no foreign objects in there. If there were any extra fat, we would go through and cut it out or pull it out. And then the next step is to turn it over this way of what would be the collarbone, which is really what we call the wishbone. And we're going to take that and run a paring knife down both sides of the wishbone to expose it. And what that does for us is then we can reach in and just run our fingers and loosen it up and pop it out. And what this will do is allow us to carve it better, even if we're going to serve the bird whole, but it also makes it a lot easier for us to actually cut up if we're going to do that. So again, save that for stock. Next step is to get rid of, actually take the legs and the thighs off. So we're going to use the weight or gravity to do the weight of the bird. Now what I'm going to do is take a knife, and right where the joint is there, it's just skin, come around and cut right up there. That's that little oyster. That's the part, if you're a dark meat eater, you know that's on the backbone, and it's really good. So we're going to make sure that it stays on the thigh, and then just pop the leg forward. And when you do that, it exposes right where you want to put the knife, and you just pull straight through. So notice we're not going through bone, we're going through cartilage each time. So again, hold the bird up backwards, and I'm going to hold the knife and just pull it towards me, cutting through the skin, catching that little spot along the back, lay him down, pop the joint, really easy to pop through, and then lay the knife down and just cut through what would be the cartilage. And so now we have two hindquarters. Next thing we're going to do is cut through and get rid of most of the backbone. Just lay your knife straight across, and this is the hardest cut, so a little bit of pressure, but also use scissors, poultry shears for it, and then just snap it through. And that's the hardest part. So we're going to lay that aside, great for stock. Now what we've done is exposed the breastbone. So only thing left we have to do is cut through about 7 little rib bones. So I'll use a pair of poultry shears for that, easiest to do. And then just cut really close right up alongside the backbone. And again, there are really 7 little tiny bones that are there. See the little bones? Easy to cut through, part of the stock. That leaves some rib meat that will be attached to the breast meat, so it'll stay flavorful. Now we've exposed the breastbone here. Now it's a really tough bone, so we're not going to cut it. All we're going to do is score it, so that when we grab the chicken this way, we can pull it apart, and you can see that it just exposes that breastbone completely open. And then just run your fingers down along both sides, grab a hold of it like it's a handle, and just pull it off. And the whole piece comes off all in one spot. Now we've got it nice and smooth. Smooth the skin back out. There's no bones to cut through. Just cut right through. Now I have dark meat quarters, white meat quarters. And if we decided then to cut it into eighths, then most people would just take off the wing. I kind of think that the poor person who gets the wing doesn't get much meat. So this way I kind of cut it straight across so that this person gets a fairly good portion of white meat. This person gets some white meat and the wing. And again, those 7 little rib bones are right underneath, so you just cut right through them. So now I've got 2 pieces and now 4 pieces of white meat ready to go. So we're down to the home stretch. If you need to do some trimming, go ahead and trim it up too. You could also de-skin it at this point too. I usually cook it with the skin on, it leaves moisture. The last thing is to disassemble the thigh from the leg. Easy to do. If you look, there's almost a line of fat that runs along there. All you need to do is run your knife on that spot. You can even run it the other direction too. And you're looking for what would be the kneecap, and so you'll see I went right through the white cartilage, not through the bone itself. One more time, easy to do. Just cut through. You hit that cartilage, it makes it go really, really simple and easy, and we're all done. So you end up with 8 total pieces. Everybody gets some of that good skin on it. Everybody gets some bone, because bone adds good flavor. and it's all ready to go. You save a lot of money, your family can get the parts that they want, and all of the extra parts can be stocked for you.